Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to part 2 of AstralGames Day 129, Pillars of Eternity, Episode 7, the final game in the Episode 7 the Episode 7 cycle, before we move on to Episode 8 of all the games that we are currently cycling through, as well as a few out of cycle games that I'll be playing after this episode 7 cycle finishes. So before we move on to episode 8 of everything, there'll be a few streams where I'll be playing something else, something different. But that's all in the future. For now, we're going to slay a necromancer. Also, what I want to say after every break, for those that are just coming in or anything, I announced it at the start of the stream, but this week is my birthday. It's my birthday, and of course, obviously, that comes with a birthday stream this Sunday. We're not sure about the time yet, probably during the day. This Sunday will be my birthday stream, and I will not be doing it alone. I will have by my side, on either this side or on either that side, we haven't decided that yet, I will be having Philip Rich 42, great streamer from the England. He will cross the English channel together with Crafty Lau, and they will be here for my birthday. So we will be doing a birthday stream together, doing some couch co-op games and checking out Legacy of the Void. So that is all very cool. Why not up and down? Have Philip sit here and me there, and or me sitting on Philip's shoulders. That would be interesting. I don't think that would work out very well in the line of things. Happy birthday's here. Thank you, Beweather Eyes. Ah. Local con. Well, I hope you are having a great time at your local con. Also, an announcement that I wish to make, because I'm really excited, is that in November, Bookfish and I will be doing a Crusader Kings 2 stream every Friday evening. So the people that follow this channel and normally can't watch on the time I normally stream, but actually watch in the evenings, we'll be having something to see on this channel on Friday evenings from November onwards, because Bookfish35 and I will be doing a Kaleidoscope Gaming Dynasty stream, where we both pick a dynasty starting Crusader Kings 2 in the year 769 and play all the way through to Europa Universalis 1821 end date. So more than 1,000 years of dynasty playthrough, which is going to be great. Going to be amazing. Really looking forward to that one, because I do love Crusader Kings 2, and I'm currently looking into Europa Universalis and what kind of game that is. It's freaking complicated, but I'm sure we can figure it out by the time we get to. Oh, we're not working through it in a month. Don't worry, we're not working through it in a month. We just start in November. But we, November marks the start of the Dynasty Challenge, and from November onwards we try to stream every Friday evening, the two of us. It's going to be a standard, or at least as standard as possible, with both our shifting schedules and workings, but we're going to do as many Friday evenings from there on out as possible. It's going to be fun. Going to be fun, especially if you like Paradox map games, or us as a streamer. Then we'll both be streaming. It will be a dual stream. I already checked traps here and stuff, right? Yeah, possibly. It will be a dual stream thingy. So yeah, it's going to be fun. But it's a lot of years to achieve something in the game. Oh man, that could be ruin. That looks female, right? Sort of. Possibly. Alright. The fight against Helig. Here we go. Because I'm sure he won't be happy that we returned with our book. Did you find the grimoire? I spoke to Modred. He doesn't have it. Helig lets out a bubbling hiss of frustration. There's not much fun in a joke if you have to explain it, is there? He tugs a few hairs out of his beard. If you can't fulfill my need for vengeance, then you'll have to serve another purpose. A dried and shriveled tongue darts over his cracked lips. I'm afraid a fierce hunger has awakened along with me. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, okay. Okay. I'm used to pressing the pause button from Baldur's Gate, so the fact that it starts paused and then me pressing the pause button unpauses it, basically. Which is interesting. But yeah, there you go. Oh, I love the new ring thing that they got. Yep, keep them busy. Okay, they're grouped up now. Good picking up at least. They can fire off the... Ooh! Helig's already dead. Interesting. Not the strongest of... Well, it's per encounter, so... Fire it, why not? You've been chanting. Can you activate your skeletons? No. It's just the wolves. Oh, that was it already? Okay. Interesting. That was easier than I expected. Holy shit. Of will. Helix Grimoire Fine Scepter.
Sure.
Yes. Aloth! This is your thing. +5 will. Recovery speed. Recovery is the amount of time that a character spends between actions. Longer actions result in proportionally longer recovery. Armor also has a large effect on recovery. Okay. Fine Scepter. Okay. A soul crawls within a bloodstone-like caged Selga. It's filled with a fierce, restless energy. Who are you? You see an image in your mind of a woman in heavy leather armor bearing twin daggers. Next to her is a man, young and handsome, who calls her Rowena. The vision shifts to a windswept plain next to a lake. 50 men and women in matching leathers lay dead, their bodies contorted and deformed by some sinister sorcery. Rowena falls among them, her body collapsing next to the young man you saw earlier. She's too weak to speak, but her name, Dalton, appears in your mind. A lone figure strides across the battlefield, barely bothering to step over the corpses. His eyes are filled with an unnatural light and fixed on Rowena. He reaches out to her, and what little life remains in her body departs. When he takes the amulet from around her neck, you feel an anguished soul trapped within it. With a final contemptuous glance at the fallen Dalton, the man departs. Dalton sent me to find you. The soul pulses with warmth. It fills your mind with memories of a young man who is both bold and generous. But fury and despair gnaw at those images away until all you can feel are cold crimson walls pressing against you, and something loathsome feeding of you as the years fade into decades. You see an image of an amulet shattering, and the soul inside rising and dissipating amongst the stars. You bring profit, albeit at ruinous expense. I doubt you enjoy being held prisoner for so many years. Okay, so we need to return to Dalton and then tell him that his girlfriend's being kept in a thing. Ability area of effect. Ooh, that's a pretty good rope, actually. Helix Grimoire. The robes. I already have a lot of those, okay, so that's not really useful. It will cost you 200 gold for Allah to learn Ray of Fire! Yep, just learn all the spells. The scepter. It's also in this. Yep. Because it does fine accuracy, blah 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 blah. So I think that should be better than your current weapon, no? Rod. This is 12-17, damage piercing, blah blah blah. 11-17. But it's fine plus accuracy and plus 15 damage, so I think it's better. There you go.
Yeah.
You should use it. Huh? Dust and cobwebs have been swept aside for various alchemical implements. Scattered feverish notes detail various animatic procedures and rites of necromancy. Tarnished locket. Now we have the locket with her inside. I assume that's the one we looted from his buddy. Alright. Go back. And now we must find where this Dalton character was, because I totally forgot. Maybe it says so in the quest log. Today I'm at Dalton. A retired adventure in Copper Lane. Nope. Gonna have to search. Because I can't remember where I'm at Dalton. Somewhere in Copper Lane. But that doesn't really narrow it down, I guess. Interesting. To search for the NPC. Obviously we're going to try any local inns first, because that's usually where you get the quests. Unless it says Dalton's house. The Goose and Fox. Possibly. You must shatter the amulet. I know it is painful, but your wife must be free. Some kid thief. We already did the memory there. What I remember from it was some kid thief who was obsessed with a knife. And wanted to have one for her own or something, and then we said no because it was too dangerous for children to have knives. Something along those lines. That is what I remember. We did that in the stream where we explored the entire area there. Oh, okay, he's not there. If only I remembered where this Dalton guy was. Because I've already spoke to everyone in this copper lane area. What would you do if one of your Shell fans calls you Astral? Ask what the hell is wrong. Because normally they don't call at that time. Okay. Key. Have we already talked to Key yet? Huh. I know we've had all the souls here, or all the yellow named people from the previous stream that we played this game, which is quite a few streams ago, but alright, he's not at the end. If only the journal gave a note of where we found him. Damn it.
Have you ever chased a skirt wizard? Or do you merely hide behind them?
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
They will use you, cast you off when it suits them. Never
Laura.
speak another word to you.
Maybe they just don't answer to
Mama.
fiery whore.
Hilde. Igran. I don't think important NPCs walk around. No, not the marketplace, not the inn. Oh, great. Scrivener's dormitory, perhaps. Where the hell is this Dalton guy? All the commoners. There he is, Gordy. That's the one behind I'm trying to find Dalton NPC, the one that gave us the quest to search for Rowena. Because... Hey, Stevix, what up? Because we got the amulet that we now need to present to him. I just can't for the life of me remember where he was. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How are you been? Scrivener, Scrivener, Scrivener. It's for the what was that? It's for the A Voice from the Past quest. I might actually just Google that. Dalton is outside. Okay. Near the bridge. There are multiple bridges here, but we can check them out. Scrivener. Oh, Dalton, there he is.
Well met, friend.
Well met. Yes, but not a... Did you find her? Since I found it, I'm keeping it. Ooh! Never seen this game before. Is it like XCOM or Omega City of Gangsters? No, no, no. It's like Baldur's Gate. It's a Infinity Engine, I believe the engine is called. RPG, role-playing game. It's a lot of talking, a lot of reading, a lot of story. And it's real-time combat, but you do have a pause button, so it's sort of turn-based-ish. It's real-time combat, but you pause, you give orders, or you could pause, which I usually do. Pause, you give orders, and then you let the combat flow, and then the combat goes on, and then you want to change your strategy, so you pause again, and you give order, cast spells and all that, and the combat flows again. So it's semi-real time, I would say, combat with a lot of dialogue, a lot of reading, a lot of story. Yeah, like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, along that line of games. If you know any one of them. So yeah, I don't want to keep the amulet where his wife is imprisoned in. That would be rather silly. But yeah, not as you expected. Kinda my game, excellent. The old man studies the amulets. Ruin, I used to wear this. Where did you get it? So, I'm not sure whether this is actually very appropriate for streaming, this game. But I am enjoying the gameplay at least. But I know it's a lot of reading and a lot of talking. Which is not everyone's forte when watching a stream. I do speak entire dialogues and entire written stuff for the people lurking, so they can get along with the story. From your old adversary, Helig, he trapped her soul inside it. From Helig, who's kept her soul trapped inside it for decades, it's time to set her free. That's what I'm going to say. Dalton's eyes widen in horror. No, please! After searching for her for so long. He gazes at the amulet. Just to have her close to me. To visit her in my dreams. That would be enough. Enough for you, but what about her? If you'd keep her trapped in this amulet for the sake of your own comfort, you're no better than the wizard who imprisoned her. If that's what you really want, you take it. This isn't your choice. Ruin wants to be unleashed, and I'll honor our wishes. We can intellect him out of it, so let's do that. Dalton's expression withers. You're right. Please, let me do it. He draws a club with a trembling hand and crushes the amulet. As the gem cracks, you feel the essence rush from it. The old man looks at the shattered gemstone. Thank you for showing me reason. Perhaps she'll wait for me in the next life. He looks at his hands, shaking. By the flame, she won't have to wait long. Please, take this. He hands you the club. It's from my old adventuring days. I think it's time I finally let them go. Okay. Experience! Boom! 3,744 experience. You've gained reputation with Defiance Bay, okay? That's all fine and dandy, but what did we gain? You gain the item Deal and Dibita. You've ruined Dalton's fantasy. It's the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. I still don't know what club I gained there. Oh, I see it. I think it's this. Deal and Dibita. Deflection. Oh, crush versus deflection. Accuracy, damage. 20 damage versus prone stun, blah blah. Once owned by the Glenfadden barbarian Baldwin Calda. This club has ended the life of many an opponent. Baldwin was known to rush headlong into every battle, swinging the club over his head, shouting Deal and Dibita. Vengeance, just and merciless. Even in victory, Baldwin was restless, using the club to dispatch wounded or captive foes where they lay. In his time, his battle cry came to be associated with the weapon itself, remembered long after the death. Oh, see ya, Steve. See ya. Thanks for dropping by. All the good stuff. You have a club, right? Gaunt's share. Can I compare this? The same. Gaunt's share does more damage. Of grazes. Converted to hits. Damn, that's pretty nice. Damage restored as endurance. Damn, gun share's pretty nice. Durance also has a one-handed weapon, right? Not your staff, but your Whispers of Yenwood. Let's compare that. Interrupt average, more damage. That grazes 2 hits again. Damn, so good. Against spirit, 25 damage against spirit. -3 will though. This might possibly be better. This is +5 accuracy against everything. And another +4 accuracy. Which basically... yeah. And it's not the -3 will. So here you go, sir. Also, you're a druid, so a club suits you better. Excellent. Excellent. Experience. We're not there yet, right? Nope. Nope. Alright, next quest. Hall of Revealed Mysteries in Copper Lane. We are in Copper Lane. So let's do that. Because this is the Temple of Vodica, which is somewhere else. Hall of Revealed Mysteries. There is an exploration hall. Ah! Excellent. There it is. Let's go check out the Hall of Revealed Mysteries and see if we can convince this... I don't think we've been in here before. Let's see if we can convince the woman, whatever her name was. Stole something from the hall? Oh shit. We know Link Grimdust looking for someone to blame though. Oh shit. How do you get 4 campfire wood? I have 4. Is that not normal? Maybe it's in the character, like... Party. Highest single, most damage taken. It's gotta be in the main character, right? Because main character is the one that's different. Level 1 enchanter spells. I can only have up to 2. Interesting. Constant recovery. It's not in the talents, I'm pretty sure about that. Where's the campfire wood actually stored? Maybe it's a fortress upgrade? I have no idea. To be honest. I don't see it stored somewhere either, so... No idea. Maybe you should look that up on the site or something. Alright, find the other
I'd
archive.
wager there are more than a few banned books in here.
Yes, and we need to find some.
I'm here.
Do you guys actually want to talk or no?
Yeah.
Ready, Watcher.
Nope.
Following your lead. Yes, my friend?
Nope.
What?
I had questions.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Tell me about Megrin. Oh, you know her, you must. She's a many-headed bitch. What's your view on Megrin?
She's a goddess, as fickle as they come. And with all the failings you'd expect of an empress and a whore. Too many eyes, too many wants, too much to hold on to. That's the failing of a god. More aspects than words to describe her, like most of them. A god with many nations to oversee, only serves to spread herself too thin.
Although flame rarely crosses twice, so perhaps that's the truth she embraces. Who knows? Gods get greedy when it comes to fire. Fire is a god's hunger. What are her aspects? War transforms, fire consumes, trails purify, warfare fire consuming, purification, and most of all, transforming. Trials as well, but all things are put to the test anyway. A trial can consume, purify, transform. This druid talks too much. They are all linked, although at its heart it's the flame, and the flame is what matters. It is the source of all things. Guess they should have started with that, eh? Any fool around the campfire knows that. Without flame, fire would have made little progress in the dark. To hear someone of the inner fires tell it around the hearth and bellows, even in the halls of Ashfall, you'd think that fire brought life to man, and that fire was Megrin. Some of the older texts says she rubbed her hands together and they burst into flame, or another god shafted her like a poker. There are different perspectives on her then. He grunts, mine is only one sight among many. But there is one. I can speak to how the losing side sees her, and that should tell you enough. Let me speak to what an Aediran sees. Crap! I can't... And what does it see? Aedirans have a proper, polite translation for excellence in war, tactical discipline. That's why they lost the fucking colony, of course. They were probably still quoting that while we had them bend across the decks. All their guns and cannons are fine, but useless when your staff is cracking a light into their skulls, dispensing red gifts left and right. Aedirans call that elevation, divine awareness. Those words are welcome as shit on one's boots, and that's all they took back with them while they were running. A lesson learned at the wrong time. Almost feel a pang of sympathy for them. Almost. A lesson? The title of the god isn't knowing a god, adhering to words rather than walking the path, testing yourself in the heat of it. Walk until the words are stripped away and you feel it, burning in your heart. That is the lesson. That, Aediran politeness, that pretty adherence to the word of scripture as they saw it, that burned their ships, scarred them, kept them running throughout the Direwood campaign. Divine awareness. There's no true faith in wanting to be tested. The best in battle have already shit themselves plenty, shit themselves until they're dry and can focus on the killing. Okay. Whatever,
How
dude.
may I help?
Whatever, dude.
Hey.
Do you want to talk about we're in the archives?
Yeah.
The fact that we're in the archives?
Right.
Oh hey, more souls to look at that. The books on these shelves cover the history and mythology of Old Valen. You see nothing at first. Inky darkness filling your vision. The dust of eons flooding your nose. You hear a strike, and the torch gutters into the flame, revealing a man without a face, and a library of books flickering in the dull orange glow. He moves to the closest shelf, sliding the torch into a socket and gingerly pulls a black-bound book into his trembling hands. He flicks through it lovingly, caressing each page before turning to the next and the next. Finally he finishes, placing the book in a satchel to his side and takes down the torch. He spends hours wandering, reading, collecting, until his satchel is as thick as he himself and half as heavy, and begins to make his way back to the entrance. With a barely audible sigh, he draws two decaying doors closed, and the torch extinguishes. Either that's a librarian or a thief. Welcome to the Hall of Revealed Mystery.
Greetings.
Well, I was close with that voice. Close. The woman barely glances up from the tomes on the table as you approach. You're welcome to browse the stacks, but mind that you keep your voice down. This is still a temple after all, and Grimda doesn't tolerate disorder. This is a temple? Looks like a library. Her eyes grow wide and round. That's because it is. Well, the god of mysteries and answers, encryption and decryption, concealment and revelation. She raises her hands to the rows of shelves. Its guidance comes from understanding of the unknown and protection of hidden knowledge. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries was built to celebrate that. To think there is such a place in Direwood. Incredible. I'd love a glimpse of the archives. How many secrets must sit upon these shelves? Fascinating. Isn't it? Temples dedicated to well tend to hold vast stores of knowledge. We use that knowledge to unravel and preserve the mysteries of the world. Anything else? Who is Grimda? Vexa speaks reverently. Why, she is the High Archivist. She's one of the most accomplished scholars alive today. Nothing goes on here without her knowing about it. Almost nothing, anyway. You should probably tread lightly around her today. Tell me about it. She throws her broad shoulders back. I am a scrivener and devotee of Whale. It is my duty to look after our records and resources. Her chest swells with pride. Excellent. That's a normal scrivener. Priest of Whale probably, yeah. Ooh.
Sure.
Can we take this knowledge? No, that's thieving. Woo. Just checking what it is. 10 years of dawn, 8-year customs. Thieving from a temple of the god of knowledge. What were we doing here again? Alright, we need to find Grimda. No entry in the archives without Grimda's permission. This is the archives? No, that's the archives, surely. Surely that's the archives. Surely this isn't it. That's a small room. Pah! If that's the archives, I'm not impressed. Scrivener. All the scriveners. And all the books we can't take. His titles all refer to Glenfathan, mathematics and advanced geometry. These symbols on these pages writhe and shift. They're dizzying to look at. Records of books borrowed and returned to fill the cubbyholes. Priest of Will, a scrivener. I guess that's Miss Grimda.
Hail and well met.
Hail and well met. An elderly dwarf surveys the stacks. Her skin looks as tough and wrinkled as a walnut. Despite her stature, she manages to look down her nose at you. Indeed. Although it's not Ginny. It is a wolf with a different name, but indeed. Ginny in this realm. You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and scriveners continue their search. She shoots the nearest robed figure with a withering glare. Wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. I'd like to know more about Whale. Her smile reveals a row of crooked teeth. That's the rub, isn't it? Will is the god of things hidden and revealed. The more of the 100 visions one see, the more one has yet to discover. Though we often call Will he who sees and is not seen, it is neither male or female. To assign any definitive characteristic to Will is to miss another essential part of its divinity. 100 visions. A term of reverence for Will's many revelations. Despite the name, they're infinite. Each epiphany leads to yet another enigma. And I thought I was busy. What else do you need? Tell me about yourself. We've heard so much. I'm a high archivist of the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. She cuffs lightly into her fist. And I am too old and too busy to be bothered with inane questions. I think everyone is lurking. Chat definitely works. It even shows up on stream. Even just one or two. An animancer named Nathan asked me to retrieve the theorems of Pentagram. Maybe we shouldn't bring that up yet. It's not, I don't know. What are they looking for? Maybe I could find it. She sizes you up, stroking her chin. Could you now? She scowls at the rogue priests again. You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot anyway. Thieves made off with the ancient scroll of Whale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which should remain hidden, a secret of the 100 visions. Her weary eyebrows arch over her spectacles. The guards caught one of them, but were unzealous in their interrogation. All they could piece together was something about a farmhouse and the road to Direford. Track the thieves down. I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Whale rewards the persistent seeker. And so do I. An ancient scroll of Will. There's a fine prize. I mean, a worthy task. Had some questions about the missing scroll. Ask. Perception 15. Erg. I hate this from a completionist perspective, that you cannot do these things. I'd rather not see them if I can't do them. Tell me what you know about the thieves. Very little, except that they were foolish to believe they could steal from the God of Secrets. That, and they were fleeing to a farmhouse. How should I handle the thieves? However you can. Kill them, rob them, leave them. Makes no difference to me. I'll consider it one of Whale's mysteries. What's so special about the scroll? Whale is the God of Secrets. If I told you that, I'd cheapen it, wouldn't I? It's a parable, the kind that nourishes the inquisitive mind and poisons the foolish. I will return with the scroll. And if we return with the scroll, she'll be grateful, and I'll mention the paradigms, and then we can get into the archives, and then we can get the paradigms, and then we're done. Boom! That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Because one quest leads to the other, just like my DMing. As I often hear. Alright. Where is it? The long hunt? Nope. Wait, what? Oh, the Parable of Whale. Retrieve the stolen scroll. It's a task? What the hell is a task? What makes a task different than a quest? No idea. Grimda said that one of the thieves mentioned had been found on the path to Direford. Do we even know where the hell Direford is? We do. So we need to go to the Wood End Plains. And then we need to travel to that place. And then we need to go to Direford Village. Excellent. So if we leave through We need to leave through this. Yes. We need to leave through this door. That is what we're going to do. Tum 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 tum. On to the quest. On to the task. The task at hand. We'll probably be tired, and the merchant in resting bonus will be gone. +1 resolve, +1 perception.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty decent. There's a group of 45. That's pretty pretty neat. I hope they're actually decent D&Ds. It'll take you 4 hours and 15 minutes. Sure. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum. Then they've played it for a long time. We need to go there. Wait, there's an abandoned farmhouse on the way to Dial, so we need to explore this area. Because this is the area to Dialwood Village, or Dire Fort. And they said there's a farmhouse. Well, must you look at that. A farmhouse. Too bad it's 5 AM. Well.
Wait. See.
Go. Go. Go.
Unite!
Unite! Okay. Time for some spells. I think the priest should. Nothing too needed yet. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh, that was a spell. Alright, it is time to cast something, sir. What the hell is this? Oh no, AI script? What the hell? Summon 3 missiles that pierce to return and lead to additional targets each. Yeah, why the hell not? Bam! I think that took care of the bear companion. What's the wolf's name? Itumak. There you go. That's the wolf's name. Bang. Can you do your chant? Yes, you can. Can you do a chant? Causes a nearby down enemy to explode, crushing nearby enemies. Creates a thunderous explosion, astonishing enemy area of effect. Yeah, why not? There you go. Oh, and it immediately kills them.
Let's go.
Excellent. Splat. Take the money. Take the sun dungeon. Take the sugar because why not? And everything else is not of value. Take the grimoire, take the faff, take the drugs. As you take the scroll, you hear a voice. You have found it. Now lose it again. High Archivist Grimda asked me to bring this back. Would you appease a dwarf or a god? You think this theft was an accident? The voice seems to shift as if the speaker were constantly changing age, race and sex. My relics were never meant to stay in one place for long. They are meant to be lost and found. It is the search that gives a thing value. Take it to the Black Meadow. Find the drake that faces east and bury it neath its skull. What is up with those editions of D&D? You mean the 5th? Most people think it's a good edition. I just think that it loses its super powered feeling and combat variety. So basically the 4th edition lets you really feel like a superhero because you have a range of powers you can use during combat. You're almost always using a power. So every combat move you're considering your options and you are you're considering your options of powers, and the range of powers have different effects and you can move enemies around and all that. Makes combat more tactical, and yes, it makes you more like a superhero of sorts because you're actually never really, unless the build is made for it, but otherwise you're actually never really just hitting. Whilst in 5th edition they stripped away a lot and you're mostly just saying I'm doing a basic attack, I'm doing a basic attack, I'm doing a basic attack, and at some points in the combat you can use a power. So they made you feel more like a commoner. A lot of people appreciated that. I don't, because I think D&D should be about the players becoming superheroes, like becoming these beings that transcend mortals and actually do stuff that other mortals really can't do. Which is the whole point for me of D&D. But yeah, so whether you, I mean, the edition itself is solid. I've played it. The edition 5 is solid. It's not really like there are terrible rules or something, but it just makes you feel more like a commoner struggling to become something in the world. Whilst I think D&D should be about, the players becoming actual powerhouses. Eventually, obviously. And that's what I think 4th captures better. And even if you want to do a struggle at first, there is the 4th edition level 0 rules, which just make you a commoner. There is level 0 for a reason, and so I think 4th edition covers enough. So yeah, there is that. Yes, 5th edition is simplified. As well, 5th edition is very simplified. There's not a lot of construction you can do. Whilst 4th, you can like tweak your character to such a bit that it is +1 more effective than the same character of the same race of the same class. Like you can do your tweaks and all that. And in 5th edition, it's way easier because it's way more basic. And they pulled away a lot of the character customization in terms of combat effectiveness. So you can't tweak as much, which I also really liked, all the tweaking and making the it's a min-maxers thing. And yeah, it's 4th edition accommodates people more concerned with the numbers, I guess, as the 5th does. So yeah, to each their own system, but I really like the 4th. And I'm used to it. I've played that a lot more than the other systems, so I'm used to DMing that. That's why we use the 4th during Rats in the Basement. But yeah, it's more fun in my opinion. Hey Wolf Cup, what's up? Alright, so we need to put it in a skull, according to the god. But if we don't give it to the Grimoire person, then we might not be able to go into the archives, which is a problem. I found the mother of all strategy games. Makes even horror and Secret to look that easy to play. Oh god. Well, you can tell me what it is. in chat, and then I will read it after the break, or you can wait after the break, because it is once again time for a break. Ladies and gentlemen, it is once again time for a break as the hour is upon us, and I will be back soon with more of this. I don't like OP characters. It's not that it's OP characters, it's that it's more based towards tweaking. Obviously the balance is there, and obviously there are balance issues, but so there are in 5th. But 4th edition is more about the tweaking of the characters and allows you to go more in depth in the combat abilities, whilst 5th is more like on the surface. And it's like, well, combat is a thing that we quickly get over with so we can go back to the story. That's basically the mindset that they had when they designed the 5th. In the 4th, it's like both story and combat are important, and we're going to do elaborate systems for both. Whilst in 5th edition, they said story is more important than combat, so we are going to gloss over combat, really simple system, no need to think about it, and story is the thing you're going to focus on. So that's yeah, that's basically the difference between the two editions, and it's about personal preference, whether you like either that or that. But I like the 4th edition of just being able to craft combats as well, to like fine tweak and fine tune and stuff. And yeah, that's what I miss in the 5th, so it's personal preference. But I will see you guys after the break. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we're going to see what we can do about the scroll thing. See you guys in a bit.